The Houston Rockets defeat the number 1 seed OKC Thunder 119 to 116. Is this the best team in the West? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Summit State of Mind, presented to you by the Apollo Podcast Network and powered by J Bar M. In this episode, we're going to discuss the Houston Rockets defeating the OKC Thunder. We're going to see if this record is sustainable. We're going to talk predictions tomorrow for Rockets versus Kings, and of course, Alperen Sengun, Western Conference Player of the Week. Facts. If you look to the window panes to my right side, I got my co-host with me. We are all back. I got the big Oos. I got DJ over here on one chair. Yeet. I got the GM, Justin, in the other chair. Look at that. The big three are back together, guys. The big three are back together. Down since day one-ish. We've been down since day one-ish. We've been down. Come on, DJ. You're not even going to do it?
I'm tired, dude. I'm playing.
Wake up.
That's real.
The Yeet train never stops, though. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it right now. Let's not waste any fucking time.
It's not.
The Houston Rockets, your number 2 seed in the West.
We're coming for that number 1.
25% of the way through the season, the number 2 seed in the West have officially defeated the number 1 seed OKC Thunder in a thrilling game in years that I've ever seen. 119 to 116. Huge win, back and forth action. One of the best games that the Rockets have played in a long, long time, with big implications on the line here. You know, this is like, who's the best gunslinger in all the land right now? Like, that's it. It was a 1-2 matchup. Sunday night. Yo, who needs Sunday night football when you got some Sunday night basketball?
You damn right.
What's going on right now? Big Goose, over to you first. Let's talk about it right now.
Nobody watched that snooze fest on Sunday Night Football.
I don't even know who played.
I don't even.
It was
Buffalo and San Francisco. But who cares?
Whatever.
Who cares?
Bodie.
I'm
That's
not
how I
there to
say
talk about
Bodie.
that.
Shout out to the New Day. Bodie.
Booty. Shout out to the 10th anniversary. Big Goose,
What do
over
I
to you.
think? What do I think?
Yes, what do you think? Overall thoughts.
Let's let the people know.
I don't know, man. I don't. OKC fans like to use the excuse we didn't have Chet, we didn't have Caruso. Man, I'm not trying to hear all that. Y'all were winning without those two. Y'all won 5. I think they went 5-1 without Caruso.
I mean, you dropped the record.
They were up like 7 to 9 points in the fourth quarter.
Yes, like
Mind
y'all had a chance to put us away. Just like us, like we had a chance to put y'all away early in the third, I think. But like us, like how we do, we always, we make it interesting. I'm not even gonna call it a losing lead. We like to make it interesting. All right. Yeah, I don't.
What a way
like
to spin it.
Yeah,
what a way to spin it.
I don't even like use.
I'm here for the spin.
I don't even like saying or using like, oh, we lost the league. No. We just wanted to make it interesting. It's fine. Y'all had y'all chance. Y'all didn't take it. You know what? I want to give a big shout out to the one and only Dylan Brooks. Brooks, man.
DB.
No, it's true. He deserves it.
He. Oh my goodness. He's been amazing this season. I did expect the fan base to say, hey, we want him going. At this point of his senior year, but majority of the fan base says, hey, keep him here. Keep him here. He's like, I don't know. I'm not explaining, man. He's a big part of this team. Like, I know we talk about the Tyrese, Sengun, the men's, Freds, no. I think the train doesn't roll all the way without Dylan Brooks because of his defensive, mindset, his hunger. He's a dog, Shout out to the big dogs out there.
Hey.
He one of them right there. Other than that, I mean, it's always fun to get a win against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Because as the fan base, we don't like the Warriors, we don't like the Lakers, we don't like the Mavs, the Spurs. I think there's a majority of the fan base out there. They don't like the Thunder. We don't. I don't like the Thunder either. I hate them.
Which is so funny because, what of significance have they ever really done to us? They gave us Harden. Like really, if you think about it, not like...
Oh, and they gave us Sengun, too.
And they gave us Sengun. So really, in actuality...
They should really hate us.
Yeah, y'all should hate us more than we hate y'all.
Well, they going to tell we got Chet, we got Itchy, man. I don't give a damn about those two, bro. I don't give a damn about that team, man. Look, the only thing that matters yesterday was that dub. We brought home the dub. In exciting fashion. I mean, that bomb from Fred, which I thought he was gonna miss. I thought Fred was going to miss it. I thought, oh my goodness, we're gonna find a way to lose this game. He made it. I said, yeah, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. So yeah, I enjoyed the game. I do. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to hear the excuse of they didn't have Cheddar Caruso. They were 5-1 without him before yesterday. I think they're like 7-1, 7-2, probably 7-2 without Chet alone. Mm-hmm. So they're a capable team. They're still a good team without those two. I know they don't want to admit it. I know they're going to say, "Oh, the defense isn't the same." No, that's still a good defense. They're still the number one defense without Chet and Caruso in those couple games. So.
Yeah, and they're deep, too. They also got Hardenstein.
Yeah.
As if they don't have another center.
Yeah. Like, I think they won every game he started. I think they won. I don't know, before yesterday.
It was just so funny because there's zero excuse. It's like, our asses got spanked by 19. We got spanked. Well, I'm going to take that L on the chin. Yeah. Take your L on the chin and move on. Like, we'll see you next game. Wash the hands. We'll see you next game.
We let them have their little, celebration. Okay, we beat y'all by 19. See y'all later. Okay, fine. Guess what? We spun back. And guess what? Yeah, it was by 3, but I don't care. It's still a W. I'm done. A dub is a dub. And we talk about the Rockets, a dub is a dub. The Texans, no, we don't say that about the Texans.
Man.
But the Rockets, a dub is a dub. You know what I'm saying?
You're bringing off the gridiron to the summit?
My fault.
You're doing that right now?
My fault.
It's
My
fine,
fault,
it's fine. Real quick, though, before I do pass it on to the GM, though, can we give shout-outs at one time? Can we clap it up for Fred VanVleet? Freaking NBA champion Fred VanVleet. Oh, my. So at a moment's time when you really needed it, in a big moment like this, and big moments in the biggest game of the season up to this point, who else can you count on than a former NBA champion that knows the moment to step into the spotlight and take over the game like he should? And he stepped into the spotlight. Fred VanVleet, welcome to your Kodak moment.
Facts.
38-point performance.
Yeah.
Was getting hated on the beginning of the season for struggling mightily.
Valid.
And he didn't.
It was valid.
I mean, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't pass the IQ test in that sense. Like we all talk smack about him. Like, and fairly so. But this is kind of the reason why you pay this man $40 million. This is for moments like this. True. This is why you get him for these purposes, for these moments. This guy has proven time and time again that when the chips are down and they need performers, he's the guy that will step up into the big moments. Obviously, Jalen Green's struggling, but that's neither here nor there. Not the problem, but the good thing right now is that FVV had a fantastic game. GM, over to you right now. Overall thoughts, OKC, Rockets. Do you want to talk about Jalen?
I feel like there's so much that goes on in my head.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're going to touch on Jalen, I will say that the defense that OKC played was very smart. They blitzed him at the top of the key when he did have possession of the ball. They started to kind of flash doubles his way, and you could tell that they just immediately wanted to make him feel uncomfortable. They knew that he was a guy that has had success against them, but he is also struggling. The confidence is not there. You can tell in a lot of aspects of his game. But, you saw the way he celebrated after the game. He cares about dubs, and that's what matters right now. And
I felt that post-game hug.
Yeah.
I felt that in my soul.
I know we talk down. Well, not talk down, but point out his struggles. But the whole team, the only thing they care about is getting a W.
Yeah,
the mantra: sometimes you, sometimes me,
always us.
Always us.
And I love that.
I love it.
And you saw that last night, especially with the way that Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet stepped up. We, as fans, have given a much hard time to Fred VanVleet, rightfully so. But last night was one of those nights where you kind of understand the reasoning behind why he is the highest paid player on this team and why they did bring him in over number 13 or presently Uno,
catching
James
strays
Harden.
over here.
I'm not saying that we could be any better or any worse with James, but I'm about focusing on what we do have. Let's not worry about what's not here, correct? Yeah. Fred VanVleet, he was a dude last night. Dillon Brooks was a fucking guy last night. He set the tone with the very first bucket of the game, and he went off running. He started off very hot. I mean, he did miss some shots in the second half, but we do understand that with the type of intensity that defense has played amongst the whole team, there will definitely be shooting struggles. We saw with Tari and Jabari in the fourth quarter.
And we got to give grace to those guys because they're leaving it all out there on the defensive end. That's all a part of the game. But with Dylan, dude, the way he picked up SGA when they were having that little skirmish in the fourth quarter, and they were laughing at each other like fucking psychos.
Picked that boy up like a baby.
Wild. It was crazy to me.
Yeah.
And then they're like arguing, and then they start laughing, and I'm like, y'all are like literally like the Joker, and insert some other crazy villain, and it's like, what is happening here?
Joker and Bane.
Yeah, there you go. See, there you go. And that was one of those things. I was just like, yeah,
Good
we
pull,
got some
by the way.
some
Good pull.
psychos here, and I really enjoy that. Was that led to the possession of which Alpi tripped and Dylan hit that buzzer beater? That was a shot. That was ballsy, and the fact that he even had the time and the presence of mind to take a dribble when he caught the ball.
And I'm telling
Because
you,
I didn't know he had the time to do it.
right. And by the way, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do have to say this though, guys. Put it in the Louvre one time. You got the Jordan and Cavaliers that buzzer beater shot to end the game.
Oh,
You know, to move on. Put that on the Louvre. You know, the Kobe Bryant. What is it? End of the first round, beating the Suns. Put it in the Louvre. That Dylan Brooks fade away.
Bro.
Fade away. Put that in the motherfucking Louvre.
That was
that thing was
nasty.
Insane shot.
Yeah, I mean,
Insane.
The whole
It was
team,
beautiful, too.
like you said, the Fred shot at the end of the other shot clock earlier in the fourth quarter was just like that was one of those things where you kind of feel like this game is ours. We're not losing this game, and that's how it felt like, especially the defensive end. You saw SGA how he performed in the fourth quarter. He was killing it in the third, but my man shot 1 for 5 in the fourth. He only scored 2 points. Shout out to Tari, Amen, Dylan, even Jalen. All of those guys put in a collective effort to make sure to shut him down and ensure to make someone else score. Jalen Williams did have a good fourth quarter, but that's just because who would you rather have beat us? Jalen Williams or SGA? You got to stop an MVP candidate. Let someone else beat you. If Jalen Williams scores, so be it. But you're stopping the main guy. And that's kind of the mantra of this team. And I've never felt more proud. I haven't been this proud in years of this team. This is one of those victories where it felt like this team is understanding of the moment, and they know that they're ready for the big time. We're going to the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. We just knocked down the number 1 seed. And, we're in a point of where it's like, we're the number 2 seed. We're not even talking about playing anymore. People are starting to be like, this team is going to probably be a top 6 team, barring injuries. And, we had our doubts. Kenny predicted 48 wins, but he's been the one saying 6th seed for 2 years now. And it's mind-blowing. It's amazing to see that the best team reciting in Houston, gentlemen, is at Toyota Center.
That's pretty awesome to see. And granted too, when I looked at last night's win, it was so reminiscent of shout outs to the greatest team, in my opinion, that had not won an NBA title, 2017-2018 Houston Rockets. Do y'all remember that game against the Warriors during the season where Harden had Steph Curry shook? I think it was elbow, that step back 3, that big step back 3. That was like the game where it was like, oh man, this Rockets team is legit. They can do something. Like they can win. It was obviously not the exact same moment, but the vibes, in my opinion, watching it was similar. Where I was like, "Oh man, this Rockets team is." It was the FVV3. Same vibes. Where I was like,
in the finals, because Fred had hit like that same 3, but it was like but the one from last night was further from the one he hit in the finals. And I think it was like game 3 or 4 against the Warriors, and he hit a big 3 over Draymond. Wild got fouled, wasn't called, by the way, but. That's when he met. I was like, okay, he's made for these moments. I know, some people like, oh, he's 5'11", he's not. He needs to stop chucking shots. But like when it comes down to it, and you need like a big time 3,
he's the guy.
He's the guy. Until like Sengun can consistently hit 3s, until Jalen can get his mojo back, until we have like guys that can hit like big time 3s like that. That's why we brought in vets like Dylan and Fred for these type of moments, because Dylan hasn't been to the finals, but he knows what he knows.
He's been in the playoffs multiple times.
Yeah. Fred, NBA champion, like you said before.
Right.
Yep.
He knows what it takes. So that's why you have got those type of guys on the team, man. Just for those type of moments. When the young guys don't have it going, when Sengun, Jalen don't have it going, boom, you got yourself a Dylan and a Fred, man.
I know, and only a $60 million.
Yeah.
Only at 60 million.
That's wild.
For both players.
By the way, worth every fucking penny.
I'm just saying that DB contract looks very
Every
friendly right
fucking
about
penny.
now.
Every
It's a
fucking
descending contract too, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I don't want to
It
get
is.
into too much
It
contract
is.
talk, but it is a descending
Yes,
contract,
yes,
right? That is a friendly ass contract considering how the numbers are continually going up in like free agency classes and like the money is getting higher and the salaries are becoming more exorbitant. This is like, you know, the fact
the
that he's
opposite
getting
way.
he's getting
Yeah.
paid like less. That's big time. Let's go ahead and get ready to move on to our next topic. Before we do, I'd like to introduce a brand new sponsor to the table. I'm talking about it one time. I think the GM's got the go ahead and do the ad read one time for the people right now. Introduce the people to J Bar M.
I just want the people to know everyone needs to go visit J Bar and Barbecue over in East Downtown, minutes away from Toyota Center. It's your perfect place to have your pregame meal, your pregame happy hour, have some good drinks before you head over to Toyota Center. Maybe one day you'll see us over there. They got great drink deals, but let me tell you about their Texas Trinity Plate. 3 meats, 2 sides, bam, enough to feed you
Ooh, still the
and
three
a
of them.
partner.
Throw the three up.
There you go. 3 and 2, like the zone, baby. We got brisket, ribs, your choice of sausage, jalapeno cheddar is my choice. And I'm gonna
fuck with
the
brisket.
2 sides. I'm gonna go potato salad and cream corn.
Hey, I don't play about my brisket, J Bar.
Don't, hey, bro. I'm gonna tell you,
It
J
slaps.
Bar M does not
It
play.
slaps.
It's an amazing spot. Make sure to guys to go visit over there. Give them a shout out. Thank you to J Bar M for being our new sponsor for the summit, and we are so excited to have them on.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of exciting stuff down the pipeline for them. A+ on the ad read, by the way, freaking killed it. And yeah, we have a lot of stuff down the pipeline for them, for y'all as well. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. So shout outs once again to J Bar M for being our newest sponsor, for being our barbecue sponsor for the summit. Let's go ahead and move on from one shout out to another. Shout outs to Alperen Sengun. Clap it up. Western Conference Player of the Week. Well deserved. A
Deserved.
walking triple double. They call it Sengun, the middle of the offense, the engine that gets the offense going. Alperen Sengun. Big Oos, we've talked about this ad nauseum since last year. The man's an all-star.
All-star.
Shout outs to our Turkish listeners that understands the assignment. Alperen Sengun is a damn all-star. Got his comeuppance this week and got Western Conference Player of the Week honors. Big Oos, over to you first. Thoughts on Alperen Sengun? You're a day one-ish supporter of the
won.
man.
They won.
Ish.
Ish.
Day one is
about
H.
Talk about LP one time. What's been your overall thoughts? At West Conference Player of the Week, but overall thoughts on the
I
season
mean,
too.
when you have performances like you did against the Timberwolves, like you did against the 76ers, and like you did last night against, I don't think it counted towards it, but you know, like performance like last night against the Thunder. I mean, it's good to have him, you know, win these type of awards because I'm not gonna lie, the NBA is not doing a really great job of marketing their next star.
Yep.
Unless, like,
Agreed.
this Wemby boo. But like there are like pretty good, other good talents in this league. And for him, you know, although it's like I said, it's just a Player of the Week trophy, and everybody's gonna forget it in probably like a couple days. It's still like remarkable. It's still like valuable.
They're
to
gonna
us.
forget it.
Oh,
I'm not.
Oh yeah, we're not. We're not. But
We're
like,
not gonna forget it.
the
Justin might. We're not.
But the casual, you know,
Called a resume builder.
but the casual, you know, they probably gonna be like, he did? When was this? Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Who is this? Nah, man. This is great for him. I think because shout out to Brad, he tweeted this out. He was like, he joins Moses Malone, Hakeem, Steve Francis, Tracy McGrady, Yao Ming, and James Harden as the only Rockets to win the award twice.
Oh.
Especially
It's a short list.
yeah, short list. And the fact, I think he's 22 singles, 22,
Yeah.
22
Yep.
man. Hey,
Confirmed.
Hey, man. That's like I said, great for him, great for this organization as well. Keep it up, LP. 21, what is it? 21, 12, and 7? Probably 21, 12, and 7 with a 3-0 record. Proud of you, big dog, man. You know, day one supporter. Shout out to Turkey out there. I love the turkey. I love it. I love the food.
I do like Turkish food.
I do.
Turkish food is delicious.
First time trying it, like I think last month.
Did
Not
you
too
try it?
shabby. Not too shabby. Y'all got some good food.
Pretty
man.
good.
Pretty good. But yeah, no. Shout out to Alperen Sengun, man. We like I said, day one supporter. They love him. Keep going, man. Hey, let's go for more. Let's go for Player of the Month.
There you go.
Let's go player of the
There you
month.
go. I
man.
like that.
I like that. Let's go for player of the month, Sengun. Let's
There
go,
you
man.
go.
Build
There you go.
off the resume.
December just started. Hey, let's go for that player of the month, big dog. Let's
I
go.
like
man.
that. I
Love
like
it.
that.
There you go.
Jim, over to you right now. Alperen Sengun. Thoughts on Western Conference Player of the Week? You almost made me say month because you said month.
My fault.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for him. I think that it was well deserved and well earned based on the merit of his play. Let's not even mention his defense. I mean, we have the offensive statistics, but he's been a top defender in the league all year, and it is starting to really blossom in terms of the numbers, his effectiveness. He's all a part of the best defensive lineups that Ime puts out. And I really think that he's starting to really come onto his own. I think we're starting to see a true defender blossom under the umbrella that is the Ime umbrella. Alp, we will see some struggles. We did see Hartenstein kind of cook a little bit yesterday, but I feel like it's all a part of what occurs in the growth of him as he plays amongst different centers in the league and he adjusts. Because what happens is that even though he does get cooked for a short time, he comes back and he plays that much better. And that's the measure of what a great player does.
Thanks.
You don't stick to what occurs. You kind of make the adjustments to be better. And that's what we're starting to see. And that's why I do think he does deserve his flowers defensively. He's been amongst the best players. Offensively, he has shown time and time again. He's starting hitting more clutch shots. I mean, he missed a few bunnies last night. That's all a part of it, playing against Hartenstein. Like I stated again. But I think that the thing about Alp is that he's not deterred. He's never losing of confidence every time he's in the paint with the ball.
Yeah.
And he did make great decisions when the double teams would come his way. And that's the kind of decision making that we had focused on to start the year in terms of like what can he do better and improve on. And we're starting to really see it.
Yep.
And I mean, with this player of the week, like I said earlier, resume builder. When you have a resume that has these kind of accolades, that screams all-star. And I think what we're seeing is the real birth of an all-star.
I agree. No, 100%. And just one thing before we move on, just my quick thoughts on. I promise I'll be brief. For me, Sengun is a tangible player. He's been that way his entire career. Everything is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the flashy passes, the great shots, beautiful spin moves, poster dunks every now and then. He's very much a tangible player. I think what he's not getting enough love for this season is that he's doing all of the intangibles now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is so the tangibles are there. We've known that like from the very beginning. He's starting to do the intangibles now. And when you start putting the intangibles with the tangibles together, that's what makes a true superstar. That's what creates an all-star. That's what kind of puts you at the forefront of, hey, like he might be one of the 10 best players in the league. Like if you look at it from a macro standpoint. So him being able to do that, turning himself from just an offensive player to now being a tangible two-way player that performs a ton of intangibles as well, that is kind of, I believe that is almost the back pocket of what Udoka had probably dreamt of when he came to Houston and he saw Sengun. He's like, I know what he can do. The NBA can see what he can do. Let's start attacking all the mid pockets, the stuff that people don't see. Yeah. You know, the shit like Shane Battier, the no stats all-star. That is what Sengun provides now, and in a way, it's not being looked at yet. It is kind of a way being looked at. He's now being seen as a whole player as opposed to he's a great offensive player. Like no, he's getting a lot of respect now on the defensive end. So once again, shout outs to Alperen Sengun, Western Conference Player of the Week. Let's go ahead and move on to our last topic. But before we do, guys, you know what I like more than anything? You know what makes me happier?
What's up?
You know what makes me happier?
What's up?
I like saying the word algorithm.
Algorithm.
Feel the algorithm. Feel the algo ride. Get on up.
It's not bad.
It's bobsled time. Okay. Shout outs to Disney. Hey, Disney doesn't sponsor us, but that's a free ad read. But I love algorithm, guys. So to keep us in the algorithm on YouTube, obviously like, comment, subscribe on this video, guys. Comments is what keeps us flowing in the recommended on YouTube. So please, Once again, if you see this video, comment, talk about why you thought the Houston Rockets are a better team than OKC Thunder. OKC fans, if you happen to come across our video, talk
Too
about
bad.
why OKC is better than the Rockets.
No, I don't want to hear your opinions.
Hey,
Hold that out,
all
buddy.
pub is good pub, Big Goose. Give me 25 comments. I'll take 20 of them. OKC fans, perfectly fine. If you want to
Okay.
comment on our video, good for you.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. You know what it does? It keeps us in the algo and it keeps our views high. So, like I said, like, comment, subscribe to our videos, to our content. And like I said, continue to comment, keep the comments up, like it as well, because that's what YouTube likes. They like that stuff, apparently. So
Apparently.
it keeps us in the algo.
Facts.
I like the word
I want
algo.
to be kept in.
Yeah, I don't want to be pushed out.
Yep.
Hell no.
We're in the algo right now, and I like to stay in the algo.
Yep.
So because if we're not in the algo, then we're just out slow. How about that? Was that good? You like that? Was that good? No. I was just waiting for a reaction.
You see?
All right, let's go ahead and move on.
Shaking the head.
I don't know. I made Oos pop, and not in the way I wanted him to pop. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and move on to the last topic right now. The Houston Rockets take on the Sacramento Kings in a group stage NBA Cup game. That's the last NBA Cup game before playoffs, right? Before the tournament, because they play 4.
Yeah.
So this is the 4th game. In cup terms, does not matter. We already solidified our spot. We're all good there, but it's still a season game. So the Houston Rockets do need to win it in terms of getting 10 games over 500. Could you imagine getting 10 games over 500, 22 games into the season? Insane, first of all.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even remember the last time that happened. I wasn't even 30. That's insane. I'm 32 now. So let's go ahead and talk about it right now. Let's talk about it with introducing our first ever Texas Trinity 3 keys to the game. And basically what that is we have all 3 of us here. So I like the idea that Justin said, so we're going to go ahead and do that. 3 keys. Not all of us are going to each present 3 keys. Each person is going to present 1 key. And we're going to use that as a way to see what we can do to get the win against the Sacramento Kings. So, do you want to start with the line? Big Goose, is it you first? You want to drop the first key?
Yeah, I'll drop the first key.
Drop the first key.
All right. First key. Win the rebounding battle. Although the Kings are not up to their standards this year. Boom, I can say that. Let's say that. I'm not gonna say they suck because they're still a good team. They're not up to their standards this year. They're still a pretty good team. You still have De'Aaron Fox over there, who's been on a nice little tear. If it wasn't Sengun going to win the Player of the Week, I thought it was going to be De'Aaron Fox because he has been on a tear recently. They're just not winning games. That's it. You also got a key, player in Sabonis as well. They picked up DeMar DeRozan in free agency. Still a good team. We can't take them lightly. Matter of fact, it's the NBA. You can't take no team lightly because we did against the Blazers, and we saw what happened. Win the rebound battle. I think Sabonis is the head master of the rebounding. I think he leads the team in rebounds. Win that rebounding battle, man. Anything can happen. So yeah, you can say that. Win the rebound battle.
Key number 1, rebounding battle. All right, Texas
that.
Trinity key number 2. Over to you, Justin.
I want to be particular, but I'm going to keep it very blasé. The defensive end, especially on the guys that you did mention, De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. That should be the main focus in terms of stopping the both of them.
Facts.
Make other players beat you, like a DeMar DeRozan. No disrespect to DeMar DeRozan, but you are a clear third option. And if you're taking 25 shots in a game, the chances of the Rockets winning will increasingly be higher. I think that if we focus on making sure, I'm not going to say the word stop, making them uncomfortable.
I like that.
Making sure that De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis do not get into their spots. Making sure that the perimeter guys do keep a focus on De'Aaron Fox, especially Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green. I know Amen Thompson's definitely going to get his reps there as well. And LP, whomever plays, maybe Jock Landale will play against them, because I know that Steven Adams did play last game. He
No,
might
he
sit
did.
out this one.
He did.
So Jock will probably play this one.
No,
as
you
the
talking about against the
No,
Thunder?
yeah. You see, Adams did play against the Thunder, so he's probably
Oh.
going to sit this game.
okay.
They're saying he's going to
okay.
sit
He's
this
probably
game.
gonna
Okay.
sit. So we'll probably see more Jock, but what we're primarily wanting to see, I want to see is Alp, Jabari Smith Jr., and Tari Eason probably get their time share with Domantas Sabonis. Just ensure that those guys do not get comfortable, do not allow them to get into a rhythm. That's why my focus would be the defensive end against De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Key number 2 is getting defensive stops, playing good defense. All right, key number 3, I'm going to close it out here with do not overlook this team. I know that the Kings they're not playing up to their standards. The Rockets, I know they have Thursday's game penciled in. It is the Golden State Warriors. It's a rivalry game in Golden State. It's been years since we've won a game against them in Golden State.
I need that game.
That game is circled on their damn calendar. This cup game does not matter for them.
I need that game more than I need water. Please.
I know you do.
Please, man.
We talked about this off the air too. He's very serious about it. But we should not be overlooking this Kings team right now. I know that the cup game essentially doesn't matter, but is still a season game, and the season games do matter. With the conference being as tight as it is, we're still the number 2 seed, but I think like the 4th and 5th seed is like a game and a half apart. So really, there's not much breathing room. So you just continue to win the games that you're supposed to win. And the Rockets, for all intents and purposes, according to seed-wise, are supposed to beat the Sacramento Kings. So take care of business, win your game, and then move on to Golden State. But until then, play the game that's right in front of you. Go beat the Sacramento Kings. That is your Texas Trinity, 3 keys to the game. One time. Boys, let's get ready to go home here on another successful episode. Guys, very successful episode. This is the most, I'm telling you right now, it's so weird. We've spent so many years on the summit since the bubble days. Since the incarnation of our show, we have literally, Big Goose joined.
I'm the honorary goose. These two.
Oh, the honorary.
I was crying in my pillow during those. You know,
He didn't have a platform at that moment to talk his feelings
all
out.
I had was Twitter and my tears. That's it.
To Twitter and my tears.
By the
I
way-
feel like that is legit a lot of accounts.
Yeah.
Twitter and tears.
Yeah.
But
true.
That sounds like a funny group, by the way. No, but straight up though, like the fact that we are in a stage in the Rockets' life now where we can talk about this team not just winning games, but being a legit team.
Yeah.
This is guys, we cannot take these moments for granted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a great season right now.
Absolutely.
So continue to build upon it. Continue to win these games. And boys, let's get this going, man. By the time we get to All-Star break, 15 games over 500,
Hey, man, you never know.
40 before 20.
Yeah, you
You
know.
never know.
Wow, that's kind
40
of wild
before
to me
20. Can they get
to?
to 40 before 20? You just never know. So the possibility is there, and that's the Popovich rule, right? 40 before 20.
Yep.
So you get 40 before 20, you're a legit contender. So maybe they can. They're very capable. They've shown it. They're beating all the top teams that they need to beat. So 40 before 20, definitely doable. Let's get ready to go home, boys. GM, give the people what they want to hear one time.
Man, well, make sure to follow me on socials at JP_Mirabueno. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Summit, SOMPOD. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Summit State of Mind _POD. Make sure to follow our people, our brothers, our family at Apollo HOU. And, make sure to check out all of our podcasts, especially our NBA podcast, Zero Gravity, hosted by Stoney and Josh Garcia. Fellow brethren, shout out, much love to all of them. Off the Gridiron, Noah and Garrett,
Sorry about the dish.
the Texans. It's okay. I'm sure they'll
sorry.
forgive you. They understand the pain.
I love the Texans.
I think
but
we're
yeah.
all in that circle of pain.
Yeah.
And, Beyond the Diamond with Dez, Brian, and Josh. And before I even log off, don't forget to super kick that subscribe button over on YouTube at Apollo HOU.
That's worse. That's worse than my joke. That's worse than my joke. What was my joke?
Every time.
Oh, the Alslow joke. That's worse than my Alslow joke. That's worse than my Alslow joke. Y'all no sold my Alslow joke.
I'm sorry,
That was
bro.
worse.
I'm sorry.
All right. Hey, and by the way, you missed one very, very important podcast, by the way. Follow the Wrestle Era.
Yes, the wrestle era.
Oh.
Yes.
Where the era of wrestling is forever.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, Big Oo's, over to you. Tell them where they can find you one time.
Twitter, X, who cares what it's called? Hustletown season, SEN at the end. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, y'all not getting my Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay, you're not getting my Instagram either. You can follow me on
personal.
Twitter
Personal.
at Summit Commission. See, he thinks exactly the same thing I think. Guys, I just, it's my private account. I'm sorry, guys.
Personal, man.
It's my personal account, so it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it out there, and it's different. So don't try to look up Summit Commission, and you don't look up Hustletown season either because it doesn't work there either.
That's also true, yeah.
That's very true. Let's get ready to go home here on another successful episode. Once again, the Houston Rockets did defeat the OKC Thunder 119 to 116. I'm going to end this episode as I end every episode with a Go Summit, Go Apollo, and maybe by the end of the week, 10 games over 500? Maybe? Possibly?
Possibly.
Possibly?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Go Rockets. All right. Big Goose, say the thing.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeet.